Hello there, fellow Outlookers. Thank you for joining us, all of you explorers. Today we're going to explore some very, very exciting things. Thank you for joining us. And if you're joining us for the first time, well, welcome to you. So, this week's memory verse is from 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. And it says, "For Christ, our Passover lamb, has been crucified." Again, "For Christ, our Passover lamb, has been crucified." 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. This is your memory verse that you're going to learn for this week and next week. So last week, Marcel learned his memory verse. His mom recorded him and sent it to us. Well done, Marcel. You'll be getting your prize very soon. Please learn your memory verse this week.
Ephesians 6, verse 11. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Amen.
So what you've all been waiting for is our story. Today, I'm going to introduce you to a very special guest. Auntie Annelie is going to tell today's story. Please listen carefully.
Hello kiddos! Today we're going to talk about Easter. Now when we talk about Easter, most people think about Easter eggs. Yummy Easter eggs, all the chocolate and gooiness. Or maybe some chicks. Chick. Because the shops are full of them, right? Or maybe even bunnies. But where does Easter now really come from? Let me take you back a few thousand years ago. The Israelites were working for Pharaoh. Now Pharaoh is sort of like the king of Egypt, but he was not very fair. He had them work very, very hard without any payment. But God had a different plan for them. He had prepared Moses and sent Moses to go and help them. Moses went to Pharaoh and spoke to him and asked him to let them go. But Pharaoh would not let them go. Oh no, he had them work even harder. You see, God knew this, and so he had prepared also plagues to convince him. He sent a whole lot of different plagues, and every single time Pharaoh would say that he would let them go, but then he would change his mind. But the last plague was a plague that would change this and history forever. You see, God had warned the Israelites that he was going to send the angel of death to come that night, and he would go into every single house and kill the firstborn son of every family. Now that sounds horrible, but he had also made a plan for the Israelites to not have this destruction upon themselves. You see, they had to take the blood of a spotless lamb and go and paint it on their door frames. If they did that, they would be saved. And that evening, the angel of death did come, and he went from house to house to house. And every house where there was no blood of a spotless lamb painted on the door frames, that family's firstborn son would die. Now one of those houses was Pharaoh's house. The angel of death had gone in and killed Pharaoh's firstborn son. The next morning, Pharaoh was extremely upset, and he told the Israelites that they needed to leave Egypt. He did not want them there anymore. You see, God had used a spotless lamb to save the Israelites. Okay guys, so now that we know the story of Easter and where it comes from, let's just quickly do a little bit of a recap. When we think about Easter, we should not be thinking about the chocolates, although they are super yummy, or little chicks, or little bunnies. No, we should rather be thinking about a spotless lamb who paid the price for us and who saved us from destruction. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. Love you lots.
So at the end of the story, there are activities that you can complete with mommy or daddy. Your whole family can get involved. We are going to ask you to press on the links and they are going to explain all the activities to you. Have fun!